Good morning and welcome to a review of Kimizero, or you can call it the our dating story, the inexperienced you and the inexperienced me. The experienced you and the inexperienced me. I can't, this is so confusing. Now, I talked about this show last week because it felt like My Dress Up Darling. You know, with Kitagawa and Gojo, two polar opposites, and they're starting to dating. You know, it slowly progresses their in the plot of their dating. I look at this show, and it felt like Hajime no Gal mixed with My Dress Up Darling. I mean, think about it: two polar opposites. One who's an inferior, one is in like introvert character who's who's a geek, a nerd boy who hang out with his buddies, not much of a dating guy, has no experience, to a girl named Runa who's now going to be the next Kitagawa, who's like everybody see her as the best girl and she experienced dating guys. So I'm sensing there's going to be some story involving her experience with guys. I'm sensing it. I think it's gonna be in those directions where we sat down, we look at their story and like, oh my god. It's like Higashira. I forgot the name of that show, but that's that show. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You're talking about a show like this where it's two polar opposites coexist. This is one of those stories where you're just like, I've never been in their shoes, but in relationships wise, I'm pretty sure we have been here. We have been there. In relationships, when you have something you like and and the girl you love does not like that, at least you tried getting, at least you tried trying to, like, I don't know, get it together. I mean, try to have something in common, at least. But that's what this episode was. Now, I'm gonna get right to it. But what else? Is there anything else I need to say? No, I don't think so. Anyway, let's get right to it with the second episode of Kimizero, or that long title you guys call it. So, last week, our boy Ryuuto has finally confessed to Runa. And he's doing the rent-a-girlfriend face. The rent-a-girlfriend Kazuyin. He's always fidgeting, he don't know what to do. I mean, I get it. I've been there in your shoes. Once you confess to a girl, you have this sort of like what to do. You got your question marks popping your head and you don't know what to do. Now, if there's one thing I've learned from watching these two episodes of Kimizero, I've learned that it's hard to date the popular girl in school. And it's hard to adjust. It's hard to adjust the diagram of, like, this is middle school, but this is high school. High school's different. That's what this is all about. And then I saw the opening of the show. The opening just gave out a lot of answers, especially that girl who she appeared back in high school, who she appeared now back from middle school now. So it's like, oh, okay, now we see where this is going. I mean, the whole opening kind of gave it away in terms of like, okay, let's see where this plot gonna go. Not saying, I'm just saying, like, we got new characters showing up on that. So the dating between Ryuuto and Runa has started off pretty strong. I mean, he has a girlfriend now, and like all girlfriends, the gal friends are gonna be on you. Just like her best friend Nicole. Nicole has that serious stalker look on her face. I get it. She's her best friend. She's looking out for her. Judging from the stares that Nicole has been doing to our beloved MC, she is trying to make sure nothing bad happened to Runa, because Runa had experience, and she don't want to make sure that if something was to happen to Runa, she gonna kick his ass. So, Ryuuto is a nice guy. I don't see, so far, there's nothing wrong with him. I do not see anything wrong with this guy. There's nothing bad. There's nothing bad about him. Sure he does. Sure, he's always fidgeting. Sure, he's always nervous, and he's worried about this and that. He always 2 steps ahead of worriness. But he's a nice, charming guy. There's nothing wrong with him. So, him and, once once those two got out, there's been words going out. Everyone is staring at both of them. Like, oh, they going out, oh, they this and that. They've been spreading the rumors. So Ryuuto trying to be himself, telling Runa like we should low down our relationship. It's going too fast. I don't want people to think like we're dating. Like let's date, but not just show them like a couple. You know, it's too early for that because he's afraid that if something was to happen to Runa, he's gonna blame himself. So he's always very protective at times to a point where he just like, I don't know what to do. You know, that's how it is. So already 2 episodes in and they already got a date. They're already on a date. Like Ryuuto's fan service mind of Runa is still in the clouds. But still, he on a date with Runa for the first time. It's been a while since he's been on a date. Well, no. Matter of fact, I think this is his first date. I could be wrong. But anyway, this is his first date. And everybody is staring at them. And, you know, going clothes shopping. It's those classic dating thing that you see in romance animes, you know. The fact that, you know, they go out shopping, they get some drinks, they explore the shopping mall, you know, those kind of things. Now, how do I say this? For Ryuuto, I don't blame him because in this situation, because I've been in his shoes before. This is what this show does. This is what Kimizero does to people. This actually not just Kimizero. This is what anime does to people. When you sit down and watch a show, no matter what genre it is, you sit down and you think to yourself, like forget everything. You just sat down and you look at this and you look at the show and you're like, I've been there before. I understand what he's going through. And that's what this MC is going through. Like that moment when her and Runa was walking with each other, walking together. He's like, have you experienced your first crush? And we got a flashback of a time when he was in middle school. You know, there was a girl he likes, and then he confesses to the girl, but she's like, I can't go out. I treat you like a friend. That's kind of hurt. I mean, I've been there before, guys, and I understand what he's going through. Ryuuto, I respect you, man. I respect you. I mean, you're going through, I understand. That was your first experience. And for him to confess to the girl that he loved in middle school and then having it be saying, oh, you're just a friend, that hurts. Since then, he hasn't been dating since. And I understand because he's scared. He's scared. He's scared that if he was to confess to a girl, she would have like, no, I don't like you, or no, let's just treat us friends. And I get where he's coming from. I absolutely get that. But when that car just passed by, his knowledge of car just went in. Like, he loves cars, different types of cars. Like, he knows them. If it's a Honda, a Ford, a Mitsubishi, he knows everything. A BMW, he knows every freaking car. And him and Runa, you know, they shortly have in common, you know, with the love for cars. This is like a step forward in their relationship. Yeah, they may be two polar opposites, but this is one of those relationships where it's like, yeah, we're both polar opposites, but if there's one thing that we have in common, then that one thing in common can get up more and more as our relationship progresses. And yeah, they have a thing for cars. So if they keep going with this, the relationship will keep going, moving forward. And plus, they got matching cases. And this was the first time Ryuuto has a case because he thought he was gonna get dumped. But this is the first time in his relationship that a girl gave him a case, because that case actually symbolizes their true love. The case actually symbolizes like, oh, I thought I was gonna get dumped, because normally when a girl calls you and say, "Can we meet up?" and then the girl will be like, "Oh, I'm not dating you anymore." He didn't want to experience that. But when Runa gave him the phone case, that matching case, this was his first gift, his actual first gift from a girlfriend. That's that. Now the ending, though, I'm not surprised. It kind of jump start the plot in this love triangle type vibe. I mean, like the friend that it was your middle school friend, is now entering high school. Now the drama is gonna start. I thought this was gonna happen like episode 5 or 6, but now that his childhood friend, the one that confesses, is now not only in high school but in the same class, he has. Ooh, this guy has 3 problems now. After watching that episode, he has 3 motherfucking problems. Think about this. First off, it's not Runa's the problem. It's just that he's trying to keep the relationship with Runa. Nicole, who's Runa's best friend, trying to keep an eye on her and make sure nothing bad happens to her. And you got the childhood friend who's like, oh my God, with the childhood friend now in your class, it's 3 girls in one class and there's 3 problems. And I'm like, damn, this is gonna be the worst case scenario. But I can see where this episode wasn't that bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. This episode wasn't that bad. I do enjoy the relationship that Runa and Ryuuto has for each other right now as it progresses. So it's slowly adapting it. This is gonna lead to like a backstory of Runa's experience because I want to know about her experience. I hope we get to know about her experience with the boys she's been dating. I mean, it can't be that bad, but I hope it doesn't get to that dark thing. But now that I hope the plot of all this leads to a happy ending. I don't want to go to a bad ending. I really don't. So I look forward for next week's episode of Kimizero, and I'm sure you will.